All the 16,000 participants, along with Sadhguru, we were all absolutely focused, and what we are exploring is not something outside, it is all within yourself. In this temple, it was very easy for me to feel Devi's presence. The first thing that happened, that I stopped talking. India, the land of enchantment, is the abode of spirituality. Our fascinating country is a spiritual hub, pulsating with life and energy. It is rich in culture, tradition, and heritage. Namashkaram, my name is Ashwani, and I have been a seeker myself, fortunate enough to be initiated by Sadhguru in Isha Yoga practices, a silent revolution of self-realization. We had already planned our travel to the Naga consecration in Bangalore. We started via train from Varanasi to Mumbai. It was an overwhelming experience to witness those amazing landscapes going through India via train. I would highly suggest everyone to travel at least once via train if you're traveling from north to south. Later, after reaching Mumbai, we took flight from Mumbai to Bangalore. In Bangalore, our amazingly humble Krishna Anna gave us an amazing place to stay and rest. After taking sufficient rest, we started towards Isha Yoga Bangalore. For those of you who have been to Isha Yoga Center Coimbatore, Isha Yoga Center Bangalore was almost absolutely same, and there was amazing, devastating grace in the air. Everyone was absolutely involved in making this happen. As the sun started to set up, there was a huge difference in the space. Later, Sadhguru came and guided us of the process. For me and for many of the participants over there, suddenly everything became absolutely intense. And then Sadhguru started his process of consecration.
शिवाभरणं घोररूपं पञ्च इन्द्रियतारकं शिवाभरणं घोररूपं पञ्च इन्द्रियतारकम्
All the 16,000 participants, along with Sadhguru, we were all absolutely focused for the process, and suddenly there was a huge waves of energies flowing through us as if Sadhguru is working through us throughout the process. Though it was raining heavily and many of the participants were feeling absolutely cold and they were all wet, but we were sitting as if this is our last day. To put in the experience of the consecration, it is very hard for me, but I can tell you one thing, this is something nobody should ever miss. This type of momentous event, when we have a guru like Sadhguru, we should not miss this opportunity. Above all, this is a real exploration, the inner exploration. Next day, we decided we will explore Bangalore since we had 2 more days left. Metro was our main mode of transport. We started from a place called Magadi Road, and right outside we saw an amazing Naga shrine which was vibrating as if it was created yesterday. And that was an absolute overwhelming coincidence. We sat there and spent a good amount of time sitting in the grace of these shrines. After that, we visited few more very popular spiritual places and we saw many more Naga shrines and many other deities like Navagraha. It is very mesmerizing to feel that amount of energy work which was done thousands and thousands of years ago living till this date, and most probably it will last for millennium and many thousand years more. And later, of course, I visited the very famous ISKCON temple in Bangalore. And it was not just the eye-catching beauty of that place, but the sweetness of devotion as if Krishna living here now. Next day, we took a different route to the outer area of Bangalore and we explored some other spiritual places like Saptamata Mandir, the 7 manifestations of divine feminine. This temple is built on a small hill and the view was heartwarming and absolutely amazing. In this temple, it was very easy for me to feel the Devi's presence. And of course, on the way, we encountered many more Naga shrines. We took some time and sat and meditated. We wrapped our journey from Bangalore and we started towards Ujjain, Mahakaleshwar. Mahakaleshwar, which is beyond time. The experience of the place for me was such. The first thing that happened that I stopped talking. When the presence which is in front of you is much larger than yourself, you naturally become silent, and that's what happened. It is very hard for me to put this into words, but the sheer exuberance and devastating energy that the Mahakaleshwar temple was exuding, that we sat and we were completely immersed with the sheer intensity of this energy. But to put this into words, I can only say that I was experiencing something beyond the body, but also at the same time, I was aware of my body. Now, these things for many of you may sound very strange, but this is the reality. Unless we start working on ourselves, we cannot experience such things. So the temple, the consecration and everything was initially for this purpose only, that you come into this place and you feel something which is beyond your body, so that you can keep this body and keep this mind with a certain distance and work in the world. Now, me being a very young age person, I would definitely encourage all the young people to start with a spiritual process like yoga.
Consecration is a process, a life process. It's like this. If you transform mud into food, we call this agriculture. If you make food into flesh and bone, we call this digestion, integration. If you make flesh into mud, we call this cremation. Or if you can make this flesh or even a stone or even an empty space into a divine possibility, that is called consecration. It doesn't matter what you're eating, how you are, how long you live, that at some point a need will come that you want to get in touch with the source of creation. And if that possibility is not created across the planet, if that possibility is not available to every human being who seeks, then that society has failed to provide true well-being for a human being. Because what kind of dwelling you live in is not important. Whether your house is 10,000 square feet or just 1,000 square feet is not going to make an ultimate difference in your life. But you are around a consecrated space, that is going to make a phenomenal difference in your life. So we want to open up this possibility because it's my dream, someday the world should, the humanity should live in consecrated spaces. Your home should be consecrated, your street should be consecrated, your office should be consecrated. Wherever you spend time, those spaces must be consecrated. There is a certain beauty. Your evolution need not stick to Darwinian scale. You can simply leapfrog and go if you live in a consecrated space.
The purpose of making this video is to increase the awareness of the opportunity when we are here in a human form and we have a guru, a live guru. And what we are exploring is not something outside, it is all within yourself. If you don't figure out something which is outside, that's not the problem. But something which is within you from the day you're born, the life, if you cannot figure that out, I would encourage all the young people to please take this step towards knowing the real nature of who you are. Namashkaram.